Hello，各位三甲的同学，大家好。今天是6月29日，星期二。今天要跟各位来谈谈，现在影响我们生活的病毒 COVID，好，也就是冠状病毒。
Hi class. Today we're going to talk a little bit about COVID and see what we can do to protect ourselves. Okay?
People sick in Taiwan， 在台湾生病的人，这里呢，我们是，你可以看看，在这个横轴呢是日期，也就是5月1日、5月7日，一直到6月24日之后。那么纵轴是 daily cases or death， 是每天通报的人数。粉红色的部分是确诊的人数，深红色的部分是死亡的人数，然后线的部分呢是7天的平均。好，从这个表格里面我们就可以看到，这里呢它的确诊人数呢从5月13日左右就开始节节攀升，然后一直到呢我们现在接近我们的日期6月24日之后有稍微下降。那么每天的死亡人数呢比较多的是落在6月6日到6月12日之间，是比较高的。然后每天的平均数呢，7天的平均数已经最高峰是落在5月25日之后，到5月31日之间。好，那我们可以看到这里有蓝色的字，表示的是呢，第3级警戒在台北是5月13日，然后第3级警戒呢，它是扩及全国的，是在5月19日，也就是我们开始停课的那一天。
So this is a chart. We call this a chart, showing how many people are getting sick in Taiwan by the day. Okay. So the last time we saw each other was in the middle of May, right? And this is when they closed the school. Okay. And at that time, every day people are getting more and more and more and more sick. And so they decided to close the school and do a lot of things to keep people from having to go outside and have to go to work. Okay. And so it takes about 10 days for anything to notice, because sometimes it takes about a week or two for people to who get exposed to the virus to all of a sudden start feeling like they're sick. And so it takes about 10 days in order to figure out who is sick. And so that's why it's about 10 days later is when we started noticing that all of a sudden there were fewer and fewer people getting sick every day. Okay. And so this is because of the restrictions, right? Because people are staying home and they're not going out and they're not meeting other people, then people are not getting sick anymore. Okay? And so this is something that we've seen in many places in the world where people have had COVID, right? It goes up, if you put restrictions, about 10 days later, then it starts going down. Okay? So when you see it go up, then 10 days later, it starts going down. And so now we start seeing not many people are sick. Okay. So this is good. Okay. But we have to be patient and we have to keep doing what we're doing in order to, so that every day we'll see fewer and fewer people get sick.
好，现在我们把呢，英国跟台湾来做比较。好，横轴我们看得到，它从5月1日开始，一直到6月27日是日期。 然后这里纵轴呢，你看到200到800的数字，这里指的是呢，每100万人口里面得到的数字，好，得到确诊的人数在这里。OK，那么红色的线表示的是英国，那么英国的人数，然后它最高峰呢，最多人确诊的时候是落在去年年底，一直到今年的1月之间，好是最多人得到的。那么台湾是绿色的，深绿色的线条，你可以看得到台湾在这里，好几乎很难被发现。去年的时候几乎是没有，那一直到呢就是最近，好6月27日之前有一段高峰，这是台湾。
But okay, so do you see the green line down there? That's Taiwan. Is down here, the green line. Okay, where it's compared to the United Kingdom over here, they had a lot more people sick in the United Kingdom and in the U.S. So in the U.S. and the U.K., there were many people more sick than there were in Taiwan. See, there were a lot more people sick in the UK than in Taiwan. So overall, and then right now it's very few. Even in the UK today, there's still a lot more people getting sick in the UK than in Taiwan. Okay. So it's really not that bad here. Okay, it's not bad.
如果我感染了 COVID 会怎么样呢？成年人可能病得很严重，然后严重的会死亡。那么小孩子呢，如果得到了冠状病毒，通常会没有什么样的感觉。如果有症状的话，可能会比较像流行性感冒。儿童比较不会死于冠状病毒。
So what happens if I get COVID? Well, the answer is very different for adults and for kids. Okay. So for adults, COVID is very serious. Adults can get very sick, and some can even die. Right? So it's a very bad disease. But for kids like you, you're lucky. It's very different. So kids with COVID usually don't feel anything. So nothing. You don't even know you're sick. And then sometimes it feels like the flu. So you may have a headache, you have runny nose, right? So it all feels like the flu, right? But what's important is children can't die from COVID. So if you get sick from COVID, you're not going to die. You're just going to be sick for a few days. Okay. So this is the most important thing, right? Children can't die from COVID. Okay, so kids don't have very much to worry about. Okay, right, we're only worried about COVID because we don't want the adults to get sick. Okay.
我会感染新冠病毒吗？没有人知道谁会被感染。那如果你戴口罩，然后勤洗手，我们呢就可以保护自己。那么现在台湾呢是很少人生病的。
Right. The next question is, will I get COVID? Right. Will I get COVID? So nobody knows who will get affected, so we don't know. But if we wear masks and wash our hands, we can protect ourselves. So if we wear masks and wash our hands, we won't get sick. And remember, right now there are very few people who are sick in Taiwan. There are many, 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 many more people who are not sick. So there's a few people who are sick, and there are many people who are not sick. Okay, so it's probably not going to get.
你可以出去啊，因为现在是3级警戒。那么在户外呢，聚会的人数必须少于10个人，室内的话呢，必须少于5个人，而且都需要戴口罩。但是我们现在不能去餐厅内用，只能外带。
The next question is, can I go outside? Right. So right now, yes, we can go outside. Right. That might change in the future. The government will tell us that if there's something bad happens, then we have to stay inside. But right now, we can go outside. There's no problem. And we can meet with 10 people outside with masks, or 5 people inside with masks. And we can't go to restaurants. Okay. Now we can go to the store and we can buy things in a store, but we can't go to a restaurant because in restaurants we have to take our mask off to eat. So we can't go to restaurants. We have to take the food and bring it home. So we take the food and take it to our house and eat in our house. Right? So we can't go to restaurants.
好，这张图呢是打疫苗，好，香港特首打疫苗的图。
So the way that we're going to get out of this is with everybody getting a vaccine. See, she's getting this shot put in her arm. Okay, she's getting the vaccine. And we say this, vaccinated. Okay, she is getting vaccinated. Right? So when you get the vaccine in the army, right, we say you are vaccinated. And when you're vaccinated, that helps your body protect you from the virus. It helps your own immune system. Right? They're like little robots in your blood. It helps the immune system. It helps your body protect you from the virus.
好，现在65岁以上的成年人可以打疫苗了，然后12岁以上的孩子呢，很快的也可以打疫苗。但是如果呢你是12岁以下，可能需要比较久的时间才能打疫苗啊，因为需要经过实验，好才能确保它的安全。好，以上呢就是我们今天的上课内容。我们接下来呢，请你呢好好的保护自己啊，我们才能够呢有健康快乐的生活。
So now we have the virus here in Taiwan, and so we're trying to give it to as many people as soon as possible. And so right now we have anybody who's older than 65 can go out and get it. And also certain people, like teachers, can get the vaccine. Okay. So teacher Gabriel has the vaccine, and next week all the other teachers will get their vaccine. Okay. And soon kids that are older than 12 will be able to get it. It's going to take a few months, but we're going to get enough vaccine for everybody. And for kids younger than 12, like you, that's different. So for kids, there is no vaccine for kids who are younger than 12. So companies are trying; they're in the lab trying to make it, but nobody makes a vaccine for kids. And But you don't need to worry, because the reason why they don't have a vaccine for kids is that kids kind of don't need a vaccine. Kids don't get very sick from from COVID, so you don't really need it. So it might be a long time before you are able to get a vaccine, but don't worry, because you're not. As long as you're young, you're probably not going to get sick. Okay. All right, that's it. Hope you guys are staying home and staying safe. See you guys next time. Bye bye.
拜拜。